Hey guys. Oh my goodness, this hair. I swear it's everywhere right now. Sorry I did not fix that uh thumbnail. I was attempting to do that and then I hit live. So here we are. Here's the craziness on my hair right now. Oh, gonna have to fix that in the morning. But hey guys, as you can see, I moved, and so I just wanted to catch you up on life. I'm going to apologize right now because I swear to God, my upstairs neighbors are having a rave right now and are being extremely loud. I'm praying to God that at like 9 they're gonna like chill out because I they wrote a letter to me the other night apologizing for some noise at night, and then I wrote back to them and I was like, I'm a really like deep sleeper, so I didn't hear it, but I did ask them that like at 9 to like 10:30 they need to keep things down because that's when I wind down for bed, and they just really need to be mindful about like that. So if you hear anything, they're having a rave up there. Um they are very loud, unfortunately. At least the one person is. I think it's the roommate that is. Like there's one guy, I feel like the primary guy possibly is really, really good and very, very like mindful. I think he's the one that like wrote the note. Um it seems like yeah, he was the one that wrote the note and apologized for the noise, and then yeah, he added like there's a roommate there as well, and it seems like when the roommate's here, that's when things get very, very loud and like chaotic. Super annoying thing is like when they're home, like they like never just like slow down. Like there's always things moving, and it's just like you guys need to just like chill out. Like just chill. Just sit somewhere and just chill for a few hours, you know? But anyways, I just thought I would catch you guys up on life. How's it going? I've been here for a week now. I did like a partial move, so I moved stuff down on the 13th of December, which was a Friday. And so I did like a partial move of stuff into my apartment, and then I was kind of figuring out some work stuff and then ended up taking a job and then moved some more stuff down here right after Christmas. Like literally the 26th, I moved stuff down, which was insane because I honestly could not enjoy Christmas because I needed to make sure everything was packed. Um, and yeah, sorry guys, I have a little strand of hair that's just like bothering me right now, and I'm trying to get that situated because it's kind of bothering me. So yeah, I can't lie. I really did not. I don't know. I couldn't really enjoy Christmas this year, and that's really a bummer. And it was just weird. Like, but it was very like emotional and just having to focus on making sure everything was packed, trying to fit things into two little Honda CRVs is very, very difficult and stressful to say the least. Yeah. um but yeah, I did it. We got majority of the stuff down here. My parents ended up bringing some more stuff down here actually, on New Year's Day. And so it was only a couple of things. It wasn't a lot. And yeah, I'm pretty well moved in. I'm really trying not to like pack this place to the brim because I'm very much living on the assumption that like anything can happen and I could potentially like move out at any minute kind of thing. Like I could end up losing my job and like have to move out. It's just a lot of PTSD from my past job, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. And so yeah, there's definitely things I found out that I love about this place, like just living in the town that I'm at, and things that I hate about it. Things right now that I kind of hate about it is driving. So sorry guys, itch going on here. Driving. So as some of you guys may know, I think most of you know, I have a disability called dyscalculia, and this very much affects my ability to drive and navigate through towns because I don't know how compasses work. I don't know how north, west, south, and north, south, east, and west work. I was naming them like out of order in my head. Um, and I just can't navigate through a town. And it's very, very different being in a bigger city. I'm from a rural small town in the middle of nowhere that's 5 hours away from here. And there are roads here that are 4 lanes going one way. And it snowed here like a lot the last 2 days. And so I'm still learning the lanes, and there's just really weird roads that turn extremely weird like. And yeah, to the point of like light is not in the proper place where you think it would be, and then you don't really know like where you're turning into. Um, and yeah, when it snows, you definitely don't know where the lanes are at. I mean, I had to drive yesterday because of my work schedule. I also had to get stuff for work yesterday. And so I had to drive yesterday. And I definitely drove in the middle of 2 lanes on a 4 lane street yesterday. And I was drifting like crazy because another thing I don't like is they don't plow in certain areas of the town. And so, luckily, the actual area that I'm at isn't so bad. And honestly, like the actual area that I am at definitely feels like a small part of my town because I have my little areas that I go to, and I'm learning like my route with that and stuff. Which stupidly I got stuck in a snowbank because I was coming back from getting gas and I was turning left into getting into my apartment complex. Well, I did not realize, well, I did, but I didn't think it through, that there was no snow packed down to actually like turn left into there. And I was like, oh crap. But luckily my car was in low gear and I could back out just fine because I was like, oh no, like I'm literally stuck like right outside of my apartment complex. Um, this is embarrassing. And then luckily I was able to like drive forward a little bit and just like take a left into another parking lot because I was like, there's nowhere else to like turn to get to my street. So yeah, the whole point of this rant is one of the things that I don't like is driving in this town, especially when there's snow on the ground because it's so hard to tell like where the lanes are. Sometimes if you get further enough like downtown and stuff, um, a lane may end, and especially using like GPS, it will not tell you to like which lane to be in all the time. And what I really hate was the first day of working, I was trying to leave work because I couldn't tell like where was it taking me, and it wouldn't reroute my route quick enough. Um, but what I was actually gonna say was one of the things I hated. But yesterday I was leaving this place and it told me to go north out of the parking lot, and I was like, where on earth is north? Because again, my disability, and so I really had to just like sit there. Luckily, let the ice melt and try to figure it out. So yeah. Um, so hopefully I get like a route home figured out. Because oh my god, that was so scary the first night because it gets dark here at 5:30. Well, 5 really, and I get off at 5:30, and so yeah, trying to drive at night is scary here. But especially when there's snow on the ground and you can't see lanes. So that's a whole rant of what I don't like here. That's just one thing that I've found thus far that I don't like. Things that I do like though is that, oh my gosh, things are open on the weekends. I am so used to things only being open during the weekdays, and normally things being open till, let's say, only on the weekdays from like 8 a.m. until like 5 p.m., which I think this is so dumb because how is anybody who works full time supposed to do things on other companies' times, you know? Like it's so hard to fit things in if you're working full time, but you need to run somewhere, but their business hours are 8 a.m. till 5 p.m., you know, but your hours are also 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And maybe stupidly, you only get a half an hour lunch to do things or just eat because you need to take your actual lunch to like eat, you know? So I love the fact that things are open on the weekends. I almost flipped out the other day because I needed to get the key for my mailbox and I was like, "Oh crap. I get done at 5:30. It takes like 15 minutes to get back to my apartment. And my post office is like right across the street from me. And I was like, oh, they close at 6 p.m. Crap. Like, I'm going to really have to try and get out of work early. And luckily, I was like, oh, maybe I could because the place that I need to pick up some stuff for work closes at 6 p.m. And I could just like use that to see if I can leave early one of these days because my supervisor said that's what she was going to do is let me leave early so I can go and get some stuff for work before Monday. And so yeah, but thankfully both of the places were open on Saturday and I got all of that done on Saturday, which was yesterday. And that was just like so nice. One of the other things is I was looking at like a pharmacy, and at least the one I was looking at is open every day of the week, which I mean, I chose one purposely that was in a um, grocery store. So yeah, um, but I don't think even the one that's in the grocery store where I used to live, I don't think that's open like every day of the week. I think again that's a Monday through Friday, maybe like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. type of thing. So yeah, I just love how things are open for a longer period of time up here because it makes it so nice. Um, I don't know how like furniture delivery and stuff was in my old town because I never had to do that. But up here, getting furniture delivered was really nice. I have my couch here that you guys can see, which is so comfortable. I'm on the chase part. I'm sitting on the chase part right now. Um, and the guys were so good about like delivering it, getting it here on time. I have my table in there that was also delivered. That chair is just kind of like hanging out, but um, My table was delivered. I got a whole different bed for down here so I could still have a bed when I go up to my hometown. Um, so yeah, delivering was really, really nice. I love the fact that like when I do move, whether that be like somewhere else in this town or somewhere else in the state or maybe even out of state, I do have options for actual moving like companies, which is really nice because I had to move everything like by myself because it was too expensive otherwise. And we didn't actually have people like companies near where I lived because again, it was a rural place. So the fact that I will actually have options to pick from to have people help and move, especially now, like having this couch, this really nice couch to move, the dinette set and the bed. And I do have my desk in the other room that's here, will be really, really nice. So that's just really nice. Yeah, so just having services that are open for like longer periods of time is really nice. Having more things to do is also really nice. We went to the zoo um, last week and they did this holiday nights walk and it was so, so cool, you guys. And they just had beautiful displays of lights. And we don't have a zoo where I live. If you want to go to a zoo, you have to drive 2 hours away. And so it's just so nice to have a local zoo to be able to go to. I will definitely be purchasing a membership pass for the year to be visiting the zoo because I love the zoo. They have red pandas there, and I need my red pandas. I'm just saying. So, definitely will be doing the zoo often. They have a lot of theater opportunities here. I need to get back to doing theater content on this channel, you guys, but they have a lot of theater opportunities here, which I am planning at some point on checking out the theaters here and seeing where to go to. Luckily, my employers, their daughter is involved in a theater here, and so they're like, hey, check out this company, start there first. That's what I would do, and then continue from there. And so I'm definitely going to be doing that. Um, yeah, there's just a lot more to see and do. There's some scenic things to check out, which I definitely want to do with my parents when they're down here, because there's some really cool scenic things, especially seeing like the mountains in the distance. Oh my God, I love that about here. Seeing the mountains in the distance is like the best thing. Um, and then there's definitely at some point, definitely when my parents are here, I definitely need to try some like I need to break my diet a little bit just to try some of the like food stuff down here because I hear the food here can be amazing. And there's some, if you're into shopping, there's some really cool like shops down here. And yeah, there was a few other things that I found on a really good website. I was like, hey, check this out. There was some really cool like historic places to check out, which I'll definitely have to do at some point. Again, maybe like when my parents are here for like a few days and I can get a few days off or whatever. So yeah, and I just love the fact that like healthcare wise, majority of the things are right here in the town. I don't have to be traveling 2 hours away. Unfortunately, I did talk to my allergist, and I'm still going to have to travel once a year to see my allergist. But luckily now I can schedule that for when it's nice. Another thing is the weather down here. So my employer is the supervisor is actually from my hometown, like 40 minutes away from there. So we both know the winters up there. And we were talking about like how cold it gets down here. And she was telling me like it never gets below zero here. Like it has not gotten below zero in like 2 years here. And so, excuse me, you guys. And so that's like super nice. And it's been like really nice otherwise that it's not extremely cold. Like we haven't had wind chills yet. And so I don't know if that's really like a thing down here, but yeah. Because one of the things is hometown, it gets really cold and then you get the wind chill on top of that, and it can definitely just plummet into the negatives. Um, and usually it'll start in the negatives and then yeah, you add the wind chill to it and it gets even deeper into the negatives. So there's a few things that I like about the town, a few things that I don't like, which is mainly the driving portion of it. But it's kind of interesting because I thought I would be more emotional like after my parents left, because I just wasn't that kid that never did good once my parents had left me somewhere. And a lot of that is due to the adoption stuff. But I really think this has just been like a sign of like, no, you were ready to move. You know, you were ready to get out of your hometown. You were ready to start fresh somewhere. And yeah, I'm sorry that this is super rambly, you guys. I was kind of trying to get through this, and it sounds like my neighbors stopped. Maybe they can hear me like talking to myself down here. But I hope you all are having a wonderful 2025. One of my goals is definitely to just keep making content for you guys and definitely to just keep growing this channel. And yeah, if you guys liked this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe down below, hit the bell for notifications. I post every weekend, and I will see you all later. Take care, you guys. Stay safe, and I love you.